Analytical Geometry video introduces the idea of an angle of inclination. You know that the gradient of any line is your rise over your run. Now the angle of inclination is defined to be the angle between the line and the positive side of the x-axis. So if you have a look at the tan value of that angle of inclination, it would be your rise over your run. And that's where this little formula comes from, that tan of theta is your gradient. Okay, now the angle of inclination, it's always between 0 and 180 degrees. Even in this example here, the angle between your line and the positive side of your x-axis, okay, that would be your theta value over there. So there's angle of inclination theta of line AB is the angle AB makes with the positive side of the x-axis, and there's a condition there that says that theta is always between 0 and 180 degrees. Alright, so determine the angle of inclination of this line over here, y equals 2x minus 4. Well, the gradient of that line is equal to 2. So tan of the angle of inclination in this case is 2. When we solve a tan trig equation, we're going to take arctan of 2, and our answer is 63,43. Now, normally when you solve a tan trig equation, it's arctan plus K180. However, there's a restriction here in that your angle of inclination has to be between 0 and 180 degrees, and therefore in this case our theta value is going to be 63,43 degrees. For this second example over here, I've chosen an example where your gradient is negative. Your angle of inclination is the angle between the line and the positive side of the x-axis. So the gradient of that line is minus 1. We get the tan of theta in this case is going to be minus 1. Arctan of minus 1 is minus 45 plus K180. That is how you solve a tan trig equation. The restriction on our angle of inclination is that it lies between 0 and 180 degrees. So in other words, in this example, my angle of inclination is going to be minus 45 plus 180, which is going to be 135 degrees. The last example here, determine the equation of the line with an inclination of 78,69, which passes through the point 1 minus 7, and I've asked you to round up your gradient to the nearest whole number. So we're trying to find the equation of a line. This time around I'm going to use that y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, just to use a different formula to the one I did in the previous video. Okay, we need our gradient. Our gradient is simply going to be tan of minus 78,69. Okay, so tan of minus 78.69 just becomes minus 4,99999, and I've asked you to round that off to correct to the nearest whole number, so it is going to be minus 5. Substituting in the ordered pair that I have, the point 1 and minus 7, I can do y minus minus 7 is equal to my minus 5, my gradient, x minus 1. Y plus 7 is equal to minus 5x plus 5. So in this case, y is going to equal minus 5x, 5 minus 7, minus 2.